All right, we're doing a special episode like we did before. What do we do? Led Zeppelin and what was the other band we did?
Metallica.
Metallica. When we went through their discography and we said we'd do it again. It's been months. We haven't done
Yeah.
another one, you know. It's
Didn't
hard
you
to get.
guys see Judas Priest when I wasn't around?
No, we were
Or you
talking
talked
about
about
we were
it?
talking
Yeah.
about it. We didn't do it. But man, we're here and freaking Travis, man, he told me he bought some PBR today and he bought fucking vanilla whiskey. You know, flavored whiskey is like Jerry drinking White Claw.
Oh,
Just
Jesus
saying.
Christ. One fucking White Claw. I never hear that.
You
I
know,
mean,
I like
Mooger
I
drinks it
like
all the
White
time. It's
Claw.
I
like,
make
oh, no
fun of him all
problem.
the time too.
I had one in my life.
Hey,
I love me
hey,
some White Claw.
well, I can make fun of you on White Claw
See,
too.
there you go, man. Now you can leave me alone. Travis loves it.
Hey, I was getting on Travis for vanilla whiskey.
Hey,
Hey, the
right
peanut
on.
butter. Hey, you could get on me because I like the peanut butter whiskey.
If you
That's
like
fucking
peanut butter,
disgusting.
I
It
love peanut
isn't when you
butter.
mix it with vanilla ice cream and make it into a shake. It's
That's
great.
fucking
Ooh.
disgusting. Ice
All right.
cream, desserts, and alcohol do not go together, man.
All right, so we decided to do the Van Halen discography. We're going to go through all their albums, starting with one to A Different Kind of Truth. We won't talk about the two live albums they had out or the live DVD they had out. Nothing like that, unless somebody brings it up. But let's get into Travi. How'd you get into Halen, man?
Well, on the radio, I was in the back seat of the car coming back from the mall when I was just becoming a teenager, and I heard "Jump," and I dug it. It was catchy, and it was memorable to me, and I loved it. And eventually I found my way around to Van Halen, and I found the six pack. I found the first album. I found Van Halen 2 and stuff like that. And it wasn't until, well, the first Van Halen album I bought, we're going to be talking about it later. It's not a very popular Van Halen album, but it was the first one I bought, and I'll get to that later. But I'm a huge Van Halen fan, definitely in my top 10 favorite bands of all time. They are such a feel good rock and roll band. They're one of the greatest. What else needs to be said? They're just phenomenal.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I started listening to them when 1984 came out. I was 9, and the videos were all over the place. I remember my mom had. My mom said I could buy the cassette for 1984. She's like, "That angel is smoking." I said, "I know, but that's okay."
It's a
So I,
picture.
yeah, so I was able to get it. I fell in love with that cassette. And then I didn't work my way back until I was in high school. You know, after that 5150 came out, and then I treaded myself back because I was already familiar with the hit songs that they would play on rock radio. Back then it wasn't classic rock, it was just rock radio. So I was familiar with their hits, but not familiar with their discography. So I believe when I was in the 8th grade summer, I started going through their discography, because also that was about the time that David Lee Roth came out with Yankee Rose. So I was, curious about more. So the more I dug into the band, and I think I will, in fact, not I think, I do agree with Travis. They are a top 10 band for me.
All
Um,
right.
I like almost their whole discography. There might be a couple that I do not like, and I'll get to those. But for the majority, I love about 90% of all Van Halen.
Jerry.
Yeah, I mean words you never hear these words put together in a sentence. Van Halen sucks.
Yeah,
You never hear that put into a sentence anywhere. Well, there's a certain era of Van Halen you might hear sucks, but as far as the band total, you never hear that. My first experience with Van Halen was actually, oh shit, what was that movie with the fucking animated hamburger?
Yeah,
Uh,
Better Off Dead.
Better
that
Off
also.
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody wants
Once
some.
I'm like, I was
Want
always wondering as
some
a kid who sang that
too.
song and
You
like the
yeah,
saw
first
the
song of his
guitar, it
band.
was like Eddie.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Actually, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but that's
That was
actually
the
the
only good part
first.
of that movie.
What? What? The two Japanese guys doing Howard Cosell? God, what's
Yeah, I
wrong?
understand. I mean, I liked it the first time, but then I watched it again. Yeah, did
do
not
you
age
know what
well.
the street value of this is? You know when he's talking Booger's talking about the snow.
Yeah.
I still call him Booger. I'm sorry, he's Booger to me. But keep going,
I mean,
Jerry. Sorry.
the first video I ever saw from them was actually Pretty Woman, and what a terrible video that was.
It
Well, that was
was.
bad.
But then when 1984 came out, I mean, that's the album that really put me over the top of this band. There's one album in particular that I will talk about later that means a lot to me, a lot of memories in my youth. My first experience with the opposite sex had to do with one of the songs on that album, and we'll talk to that one. I'll talk about that when it comes more. But man, yeah, they're top 10 band for me. I mean, obviously, I prefer one era over the other, but I mean, and nobody's mentioned what a great fucking guitar player Eddie Van Halen. We don't really need to say that. Really, Eddie Van Halen's a good guitar player. Nobody fucking doesn't know that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, they're just an awesome part of Americana music, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they pretty much bridged the gap too. They between because they were like one of the only rock bands to come out in the disco age. You know, pretty much. You know, good one. I mean, really successful ones anyway. But yeah, I mean, great fucking band, dude. I mean, what can I say that we don't already know?
It's like Van Halen. I got into them. I remember I used to go to after school counseling, and this one kid was playing Women and Children First. I go, nah, Journey Escape is way better than that. You know, right now I know,
That is a great album, though.
but Women and Children First is far superior now that I grew up and figured this shit out. Back then, I wanted to hear Journey Escape. You know, I didn't want to hear fucking this fucking Van Halen shit. But I was into Van Halen with 1984. I got the tape from Columbia House. I kind of got burned out on them because of the videos were Hot for Teacher. All those videos were all over MTV. And I go, man, I don't think I show anything else. It's like Panama, Hot for Teacher, Jump was just fucking all over the place. I got kind of burned out of them because of that. So I gave my tape away to one of my friends. I go, here, take this 1984. I don't want to hear it anymore. And then I got into In-N-Out Burger, and I started. Well, I already had the first. After that, later I went and bought the first Van Halen album, the very first one. I go, oh my god, this is fucking. Where did I this eruption shit? What the fuck? Like this is like 3 years later after 1984, like 1987, I got into the first Van Halen album. And I go, and it fucking 1984 didn't hit me like this album, the first we're gonna talk about. But I got into that first Van Halen album. I was like, God damn, this is fucking amazing. I never heard somebody play like that. He didn't play like that on 1984. If you think about it, it was more polished on 1984. His playing was put into spots. If you think about it, compared to the first album, it's just raw, in your face playing. It's just like, God damn. It got polished on 84. Maybe that's why I didn't get into it till later. 84 is not my favorite Roth album. You know, I'll tell you when we get into that album thing. My favorite Roth album was with Van Halen, but fucking this is one of the greatest bands of all time, man. One of the fucking greatest bands of all time, and they are in my top five. And with both singers and maybe Cherone. It took me years to. We'll talk about when we get to that album. But let's start out with Van Halen 1, released February 10th, 1978, and Rolling Stone in 2020 ranked this album at 292 of the 500 greatest albums of all time. 292. What did you rate better, Bob Dylan?
You don't want to
Grateful
look. You don't
Dead?
want to see that list.
You know, they probably
It'll
slammed that
depress
out
you.
when it came out.
Grateful Dead? Jackson Brown? The fuck did you guys put number one before above these people?
Well, it
Wait,
depends on what
my
Bob
my
Dylan.
question, Mark, my question: what were the reviews for Van Halen when it first came out? Like, you know, the snobby Rolling Stone darlings. I mean, like who?
Oh, they probably hated him.
Of course they did.
Oh, okay, the Beatles were in there above Van Halen, which I agree. Neil Young had 7 albums in there in 2020. Rolling Stones had 6. Kanye West had 6 albums, and oh my God,
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Bruce Springsteen had 5. David Bowie had
The
5. Led
Stones,
Zeppelin had 5. Aretha Franklin 4.
They used to fucking bash Zeppelin all the fucking time.
Beyonce 3. I'm looking at the 2020 list. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Aretha Franklin 4. Beyonce 3. Joni Mitchell 4. Pink Floyd 4. Prince 4. Fuck Radiohead. Velvet Underground. Oh my God. The Who had 4. Al Green is cool. Beastie Boys is cool. 3. Black Sabbath 3. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Piano Apple 3. Oh my God. This is
Uh,
Kendrick Lamar
She
3.
only she only had one album
I
that I
know one.
like.
I know that one Fiona Apple song.
Yeah.
I'm a bad,
Creedence
bad.
Clearwater
Criminal.
Revival had 2 in the top 500. Eminem had 2. Grateful Dead number 2. Elton John 2. There's better. There's like more albums that should be in there. The Kinks 2.
Yeah.
REM 2. Otis Redding 2. The
How
Stooges
many
2.
did Van Halen have in there?
I'm trying to look. Let's see.
I would
Uh,
say 2, maybe
yeah,
3.
I think they only have 1.
Just the one.
Really?
Tom Petty's got
1984.
Tom Petty's got 3,
Wow.
which is fine with me because
Dude.
that is good. Steely Dan
Back
2.
then, they trashed Zeppelin. They trashed Black Sabbath and Kiss
Just
and
listen to this. The
Iggy and the
Doors have
Stooges.
1.
What?
The Doors have 1, and Kanye West has 6. The
Yeah.
The
Police
Doors
have
have
1. Cream has 1. Jackson Brown had 0 at that time, but he moved up in let's see 2023. He got 2012. He lost in 2020, 2012 he had 3, but in 2020 he had 0. All right.
Well, it all depends on who's doing this at the time. A lot of people, a lot of so-called writers are
Yeah.
freelancers or
Look,
moving in and out.
look, as much as I love the Pretender, Van Halen's way better than that.
Yeah. So let's get into Van Halen 1. We'll start with you, Travi.
Oh, where do I start? This is a game changer album. At the time, it was a lot of new wave groups. Punk was starting to turn into new wave, and disco was popular. And then these 4 guys from Pasadena, California, came out and just shook things up. Just listen to "Running with the Devil," for example. Just right out of the open, Dave says, "I live my life like there's no tomorrow." So punk, so like full of attitude. It was such a breath of fresh air. If you were back in that back then,
Yeah.
it's just phenomenal. It's a perfect album, no doubt about it. Eruption set the template for guitar players. Um, if I were to pick my favorite track on the album, it's very difficult, and I would go with Atomic Punk. I think that song is just a barn burner. I really don't have a least favorite track on the album. They're all amazing songs. I guess at the bottom, and it's not that it's a terrible song, it's an amazing song. Maybe I would put Little Dreamer at the bottom.
What?
But I'm not saying it's bad. It's a great song. It's just when push comes to shove, that's where it lands for me. So Atomic Punk rules. I love the whole album, man. No skippers at all. So I give Van Halen, the first Van Halen album, an A+.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, well, first off the bat, I mean, I give this a 5 out of 5. But if I have to rank one of their songs the lowest on here, it would have to be "You Really Got Me." I was never a big fan of their cover songs. I think they're more superior for a band to have cover songs on their albums. Even though I understand why they did that, but they carried it on a little bit too much. I think they could have done better. I will talk
Well,
about more about that
Eddie
down.
was well, yeah, we'll get to that later about that.
But yeah, this is a great album. 5 out of 5. This is a classic album. I never get tired of it. It's not that I don't like "You Really Got Me," but that's just the lower on the tier. That's like a 4 out of 5 song for me because there's a lot of fives on here. You got Jenny's Crying, On Fire, Running with the Devil, Ain't Talking About Love, Atomic Punk, Eruption, Ice Cream Man. I mean, this is just chock full of classics, and it's a great album, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah, man, it's a perfect album in my opinion. There's not a bad track on it. I hear you. I think my favorite song on it is "Feel Your Love Tonight." I love that song, dude. It's really catchy. Got the catchy
Love it, man.
chorus. Real
Wabada, shooby
exactly.
wabada.
I love "On Fire" too. That's
No,
a
that's
great
not the
fucking
one.
song, dude. If I had to like, and I'm probably gonna get shit for this. If I had to say one of the weaker tracks on this is "Ain't Talking About Love," I like it, But if there's one or two songs I'd throw off the album, I'd throw that one off, man, to be honest with it, because there's so many better songs than that on this album. I don't mind that You Really Got Me, because that actually introduced me to the Kinks version, so I don't have a problem with
I
it.
agree with that. I didn't know about
Um,
the Kinks until they told me
right.
the Kinks were around. So yeah.
I
You
mean,
know, I
Ice
love
Cream Man is like, hello, David Lee Roth, the rock and roll world right there. You know what
Yeah.
I
I
mean?
love the use of the phaser in Ain't Talking
Yeah.
About Love. What a unique riff that is.
Yeah. Flanger, I think he's what he uses, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a near perfect album. Jamie's crying, man. Killer ass chorus. I think Tone Loc actually used that, and he's
Yeah, he
sampling
got
that riff,
sued
I
for
think.
that. Yeah.
He sure did.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, hello, welcome to the fucking rock scene Van Halen, man, with this one.
Big time.
Classic. Yep.
You know, when you said that, I started singing a Cheat Trick. Welcome to the world. It's a brand new day. I love that fucking album, Rockford. But Van Halen, man, fucking what a game changing. Like I said, I had 1984, but 3 years later, when I went and got this on cassette at Lovell's Music in Whittier, California, which that record store is still fucking there to today, a fucking independent record store that's still there in downtown Whittier in California. I need to go by there and fucking check it out again because I love that store. It had vinyl, it had cassettes, it had CDs, it had everything. I went and sold that Who box set there for $20, Maximum R&B. I hated it. I was bored of it after like 12 listens of it. I go, I don't know. You know, we talk shit about the Who all the time, but like in Van Halen, what a game changer. And my favorite song on that album is Atomic Punk and On Fire. I love those fucking songs. Fucking rule. There's not a bad song on there, but I my least favorite is Ain't Talking About Love, even though it introduced me to the Kinks.
So you agree with me then? Yeah, cool. I
Yeah, you
agree.
give me hell about Little Dreamer and you ain't talking about
Oh, Little Dreamer rules, dude. I don't know. It's the way David sings that song. It's just like so fucking amazing. Everybody talks about Dave's voice, man.
I love
Have
Dave's
you ever
voice.
heard anybody that sounds like Dave?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So you guys could fuck off about his
He's,
voice.
you know what? And to quote Jim Danny Magnum from Black Oak, Arkansas, Dave was an original.
Yeah. Even though
Oh, yeah.
everybody said everybody wants to disparage Dave and go, he stole Jim Dandy's moves. He didn't
Well,
steal his voice.
And Jim Dandy himself said he didn't steal anything from me. That guy was an original.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
One of arguably the best frontman in rock.
Roth.
He's in my top. He's in my top 3.
And then we get to Van Halen 2, released March 23rd, 1979. And I got some stuff here that I was perusing through this. It sold 6 million copies. It danced the night away, Beautiful Girls. But the thing is, Metallica just redid their fucking RIAA. Van Halen needs to redo that. I need to see some shit. But fucking, they're talking about on one of these songs, Light Up the Sky. It's kind of progressiveness with like they compare it to Rush with that song, and I go, oh, that's fucking cool. Two of my favorite bands compared to each other. Oh, that's pretty cool. But what do you guys think? I think I'll go first. Van Halen 2 is like the perfect summer album. It's like an album you put out in the summer. You sit there and you sip some whiskey, you sip some beers, you sit out there on the beach and go, I'm on the seaside, sit just smoking and drinking. I'm ringside on top of the world, top of the world. You know, you got Light Up the Sky, you got DOA. It's got You're No Good, again, the cover song. I don't like, what's her name? Linda Ronstadt.
I love
But
it.
I like that version of that song. I don't like her version. So the Van Halen version, I do like the Kinks version of You Really Got Me. This is a really good album. Comes in at 31 minutes and 36 seconds, man. We talk about the great producer Ted Templeman. It's a great fucking album, man. And this wasn't even fucking in their top 500 albums. Sometimes I go back and forth. Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2. But there's one album that is my favorite. Van Halen 1 and 2 aren't my favorites, but these two albums fight for number 2 all the time. So I love Van Halen 2. What do you think about it, Andy?
Oh, I think it's a great album. It kind of slipped for me a little bit from the first one. I'll never go back and forth I'll always choose the first one over this one. But this one's a good album too. I will give it a 4 out of 5. A couple, again, "You're No Good" is a song that I don't like by them, and Linda Ronstadt's, I like looking at Linda more than listening to her, to be honest with you.
Good looking woman.
Oh yeah, very. But the songs on here, I absolutely love DOA. Absolutely love that song. I think it's
I love
fantastic.
Dead or Alive.
It shows it shows their dirty side, their grimy side, which everyone will praise Guns N' Roses about like 8 years later. Well, there are some subject matters that Van Halen was already doing, talking about the streets of LA and stuff like that. So I really like that song. It really jumps out at you. That of course, "That's the Night Away." I really do love that song. "Somebody Give Me a Doctor," just great stuff. Van Halen 2 is a good album, but I do give it maybe a 4.5 out of 5. But yeah, it jams though.
What do you think about it, Trappy Patty?
Oh, geez, Louise. This album is in my DNA. It is perfection. It is not only my favorite Van Halen album, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. It starts off with "You're No Good." And I know a lot of people, it's a weak opener. Well, I think, may not be the best opener for the album, but I still think it's a really interesting cover of that song. I dig it. And I dig Linda Ronstadt, but I love me that Van Halen, they turned it into something else.
Actually, I think Linda Ronstadt copied that from somebody else too. I think. I don't think it's her song.
Great cover. "Dance the Night Away," perfect pop rock. Love it to death. Somebody get me a shot.
But you got "Dance the Night Away" where he's playing
Dance
that
the Night Away.
He's playing that killer rhythm note.
It's a fantastic song. I love "Dance the Night."
Have you seen her?
Listen, well, here's the thing. There's no least favorite track on the album for me. Every song.
Well, "You're No Good" is my least favorite track. But...
Love it. Love it. Love everything. "Women in Love," "Beautiful Girls," DOA, "Spanish Fly," Bottoms Up. Bottoms Up is like Bottoms Up is like a slowed down version of LaGrange.
Can I say something real quick? I just had this thought.
Go ahead.
This is the album where Michael Anthony's background vocals were on top compared to the first album. This is where he made that fucking background vocal sound. Everybody says that, well, it was Eddie and Michael. I hear him with Sammy, and it's the same shit I heard on Van Halen. So don't stop giving fucking Eddie credit for the background vocals. We heard him sing lead on an album we'll get to, and it wasn't good. So.
It takes two to tango, and Michael and Eddie both deliver.
Well, Michael still does it by himself right now.
Well, more Michael than Eddie when it comes to the backing vocals.
Manzo Out of Love Again. Woo-wee. Alex Van Halen's drumming on that song is pitch perfect. I love "Beautiful Girls." Such a great, fun tune. Little kiss at the end. I love that. "Women in Love" to me is the dark horse on the album. I love "Women in Love." That's a beautiful tune.
Michael Anthony, "Women in Love." The voice.
To me, it's an album that I never get tired of. It's just perfection. My favorite Van Halen album. What else needs to be said? It rules.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean this is my favorite Van Halen album by far.
All right.
Lots of I'm not going to go with all the recollections of my youth of this album, but a lot of great things in my life happened.
Did you get laid?
Come around, "Dance the Night Away." I swear that song, every eventful thing in my life, that song seems to come up during that time. I don't know what it is, what's cosmic. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that is my favorite Van Halen song just because of that. It's like a good luck song for me, man. A lot of good shit happened to me listening to that song. Again, I mean, not a bad song on it. I mean, I like "You're No Good." I like that cover. "Bottoms Up," man, great fucking song. DOA, "Beautiful Girls." I mean, it's just loaded with great songs. "Somebody Get Me a Doctor." Holy shit. I mean,
somebody get me a shot.
Yep.
I mean,
can I interject for just a sec?
Go right ahead.
"Bottoms Up." I like when they're doing that mid chorus. Come on, baby. And
baby,
you hear Eddie laugh. It's just sounds so
Yeah.
genuine. I love it, dude. That's what music's all about. It's about having a good time. It's
You know,
great.
and to come back with an on par or even better album than that first album, that debut album, man, was very impressive, man. So without a doubt, man, Van Halen 2 is my favorite.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really good start to their career.
Yeah.
That 1-2, and then they will keep the pedal to the metal. We'll talk about that coming up.
Yeah, and then we get into the album that Bushy thinks OU 812 is better than. Not fair warning. Said this on on Freeform Rock podcast when we had him review Fair Warning and OU 812. It's women and children first, and I'm just gonna say, Bushy, you're wrong. Me and Lee were like, "What?" when you said this. You did say Fair Warning on the Rock All of You podcast, but you're drunk. You don't remember your things because you said this first on Freeform that this album is not as good as OE8 went to. So I'll start with you, Travis Patty.
Well, yeah, I love this album. I only have one issue with this album. I think the back cover should have been the front cover. Would have been way better.
I like the front cover.
It's kind of you can't really. Yeah, I don't like that color green. It's not a good color for the front album. But that's just a minor gripe. This whole album smokes. It's a great album. Again, love every song on it. Picking a favorite song, however, is very difficult.
You like Growth.
I do love Growth. But if I had to pick a favorite song, it's hard because it's very difficult to pick
It's
a favorite
very
song.
easy
But
for me to pick a favorite song.
I gotta go. I gotta go with Romeo's Delight. It's
Great
just
one.
heavy as fuck. Love that tune. And my runner-up would be Take Your Whiskey Home. But every song on there just kicks ass. It's just fantastic. I even love the Magic. What's
Could This Be Magic?
I even like that song. I even love that.
That's a great fucking song.
It's just fun. It's fun. I love it. It's a great
Could this
album.
be magic or could this be love? Could
I
this
love
turn
it, dude.
tragic? Lonely ships upon
It's
the
just
water.
fantastic.
Better sail, women and children first.
Love it all, man. Love that album. So there you
Sail
go.
away with someone's daughter. All right, Andy.
Yeah, this was better than Van Halen 2. I give this a 5 out of 5. I think this is a fantastic album. This is where they're starting to get not as technical, but they're getting grimy. They're getting dirty. The riffs are getting heavier. They're the whole palette with Alex and Michael is really starting to bottom out. That bass and drum is fantastic. A favorite song on here always will be "And the Cradle Will Rock." I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
There's not a bad song on here, by the way.
That song just rules.
Have you seen Junior's grades?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick a bad song on here or my least favorite. I can't.
I love Fools.
I love this album. It is one of my favorites by them. So yeah, Women and Children first, and I love that album cover. It is fantastic.
Yeah, just listen to the beginning of Fools, man. Just fantastic, dude.
Who makes the rules? Ooh,
That was played back in the club days, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man, but fuck, Fools
know,
rules. It's like I'll go next. I'll let you go last, Jerry. You got like in a Cradle of Rock, everybody wants some Fools, Romeo Juliet, Tora is fucking, and then you got Lost Control, Lost Control, Lost Control. it's like Take Your Whiskey Home. Could this be magic? In a simple rhyme, and the growth at the end. But fucking A, there's not a bad song on here. And Bushy, you're fucked up in the head. If you think this is better than this isn't better than OU812. What the fuck is wrong with you? God, I even told you on that episode. But god dang, my favorite song on here, it goes between Fools or Take Your Whiskey Home. And it's like, come on, I'm a whiskey drinker. It says you think you're headed for a whole lot of trouble. If you take that whiskey. That grimy fucking song is so grimy and raw. It's fuck. And then you got In a Simple Rhyme where you go, you in a simple rhyme. The fucking Michael Anthony, not Eddie. That was him. And I prove it. Go listen to Chicken Foot. Go listen to anything Michael's done with Sammy. You hear those same backing vocals. And Eddie isn't there.
Well, ain't love grand when you finally hit it.
Yeah. It's a fucking great album, man. I fucking love it. I'm so pissed off. I wanted to hear Journey Escape before this album. Jerry.
Yeah, actually, I want to digress a little bit here with you guys' opinion here. And it's a great album. Don't get me wrong, but there's two songs I really don't like on this album. That's A Simple Rhyme. I don't care for that song.
What?
I don't care for
Back
Loss
in the
of Control
past, I
either.
was treated so cold.
I mean, Tora is
love
what
that is
only
no
like a minute long. It's not even really a song per
Needed
se.
someone
But
to hug and hold.
and the creator of rock, everybody wants some Romeo Delight, Fools. Those songs, Take Your Whiskey Home, are fucking amazing. Absolutely. I mean, it's probably some of their heaviest shit, man. I mean, and the Cradle of Rock is one of the coolest guitar riffs ever, I think, in my opinion. Got that flanger going. Eddie's got that. It's amazing fucking sound, dude. But yeah, it's got a couple of songs, and it's going to be the same thing with the albums come up to. They're not perfect albums, in my opinion. But holy shit, dude. I mean, for a third release after following those first two, definitely fucking solid, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know that this turned the music world on their ears when their third release in a row. People are outside of the world of hard rock and roll going, wait a minute. These guys are on to something. These Van Halen guys, this is their third solid album. And they were touring nonstop at this time.
Can we get bands like this anymore? Can we get bands
No.
come up? Can we get something like
Won't
this?
happen.
Can we get phenomenons besides Taylor Swift? Fuck.
No.
She has her audience.
Yeah, but I'm saying rock. In the rock world, we need something like Taylor Swift in the rock world.
They're out there, but they're not getting any play.
But it's because
they get too much praise for that Sleep Token garbage.
Oh, Sleep Token sucks balls. I'd rather listen to Ghost than Twice on Sunday.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm giving Ghost a compliment.
You promise?
Ghost sucks, but I like 8 songs from them.
No, but I'm giving Ghost a compliment. I'd rather listen to Ghost, those 8 songs, than any song by Sleep Token. There you go. But
I'd rather listen to them over a band that sucks. That's not a compliment.
I don't think Ghost sucks. I just don't like them.
All right. Back to Van Halen.
All right. We get to I'm going to start this first. We get to my favorite Van Halen album of all time. Fair Warning, released April 29th, 1981. Oh my God. You start off with fucking, the thing is, man, you start off with Mean Street. I walk these freaking streets across the crazies on my block, and I see the same old faces and I hear the same old talk. We're searching for the latest thing, a break in this routine, talking some new kicks, ones like you ain't never seen. And he goes, and someone said, fair warning. Lord, strike that poor boy down. And that fucking mean riff comes in. It's like, oh my God, this is fucking dirty as fuck. This is the last Raw album they did. This is fucking dirty. They fucking got polished after this album. Fucking dirty movies. Oh my God. Remember when that girl was prom queen? Oh my God. And Sinner Swing. Oh, and here, I don't want to hear about it later. And he got Unchained. Push comes to shove. So is this love that she finally, and fucking the keyboard thing that Saturday Afternoon in the Park is fucking grimier than anything that Eddie did with keyboards. And he ended with one foot out the door. It got this album is fucking perfect. There's not one bad song on here. My favorite song off this album is Dirty Movies. Fucking love this album. What do you think about it, Travis?
I love this album. Not my favorite Van Halen album, but it's still amazing. Now, my favorite song on the album may not be everybody's favorite song on the album. And it's not even 2 minutes long. I'm going with One Foot
Sunday
Out the Door.
Afternoon?
One Foot Out
song.
the Door.
That's a good song too.
That's my favorite song on the album.
I know
it's not that long of a song, but it just kicks ass, dude.
It does.
Like sledgehammer to the face. It just rules. I love the whole album. I really don't have a least favorite. It's a another perfect record
There
from these
isn't a
guys.
least favorite on this album, dude.
No, it's
I don't
awesome.
think there's a least favorite on the first four. To me,
No, they're all great.
they're all great. Even
Yeah.
the covers. The covers are my least favorite.
The
And
covers, but the covers, they're Van Halenized. They
yeah,
don't
they Van
sound
Halen.
like the originals at all.
Exactly. All right, Andy.
Yeah, this is my favorite Van Halen album.
Right on. We agree.
It's fair warning. Favorite track is going to have to be Mean Street. I love Mean Street. That's just almost an epic 5
Great.
minutes.
Those lyrics are just so fucking poetry.
Could that be the longest? Could that be the longest Van Halen song with Dave?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I would have to look at that. I don't know. I don't want.
It's over 5 minutes. It might be. It's I think it's over 5 minutes, right?
Oh, let me see. I got the album right here.
I already moved to Diver down on my shit.
Hold on.
Right here.
Yeah, it's 4:55.
So it's close to 5.
Yeah, it's close to 5. It's the longest song on the album. But the longest for Dave, I don't know. We're gonna have to look at that. But yeah, this is my favorite Van Halen album. They perfect what they started off on Women and Children First. The griminess of the heaviness, it really does show there. So that's all that I have to say about this album. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it.
And the album cover is great too.
Yeah.
It totally fits the cover. You know what I would have said? I would say change the album's name to Mean Street to fit the album cover.
Oh, Fair Warning is awesome because
it's a great name for an album.
That line that he said, someone said, "Fair warning, Lord, strike that poor boy down." Fucking love that fucking song. It's like Street. Fair Warning. Mean Street wouldn't have been a good.
Dude, that song was Motley Crue before Motley Crue became Motley Crue.
And fucking original. Motley Crue
and it's Mean Street better than any Motley
Crue is fake as fuck.
No, they're not fake, Mark.
They were fake.
I love those first two Motley Crue albums.
I do too. I love Dr. Feelgood, but I'm just saying.
But Mean Street smokes every Motley Crue song.
They went away from who they
not
were.
Even in the same ballpark.
So Jerry, Fair Warning, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take back what I said earlier about their future albums coming up have bad songs on it. I'm looking at this list, but there's not a bad song on this fucking album. So I mean, Unchained is one of the coolest guitar riffs ever. They drop that D string down in that riff. It just sounds incredible. It sounds deep. It sounds dark. Badass fucking song. And you got total David Lee Roth on that. Come on, Dave, give me your break. I mean, it's
one break coming up.
That's what that's what I loved about Van Halen is the entertainment that Dave brought to that band.
It's a party.
Exactly. I mean, it was just so. It made you happy. It made you smile, man. It was such a great. And there's not a bad song on this album, dude. I mean, Sunday Afternoon in the Park is kind of weird. Like Mark mentioned, that weird. I don't know what the fuck
keyboard shit that he's doing.
Yeah, it's
but it was like a lot harder than what he do later with the keyboard.
Dirty Movies. Holy shit! What a great
remember
song.
when that
Sinner's
was
Swing?
Queen?
Mean Street. So this is Love. I mean, come on, man. This is better, definitely better than Women and Children First by far. This actually might be my second favorite now that I'm looking at it right now. I've not listened to this album in probably a decade. I love it.
So go for it. You should put it tonight. It's a great Saturday night album.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play that.
And I will say to anybody that, hey, if you haven't heard of Van Halen, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah,
but
right?
if you haven't heard Van Halen before, I would say go with Fair Warning first.
Can I give you guys a story about Van Halen? I'm at my work at Corndog Castle with my friend Janet. And this like hot chick is wearing this like all made up chick. She's wearing the Van Halen first album cover shirt. Mm-hmm. And I go to my friend Janet. She ain't a fan of Van Halen. She doesn't know who the fuck they are. She goes, how do you know that? How do you know that? I go, she isn't a Van Halen fan. She's fake. And I go, how do you know that? And then she asked her, because she's the cashier and she's handing out the order. She goes, so I like your shirt. What's your favorite song off that album? And she goes, I just like the shirt.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people like
Oh
that.
yeah, there's a lot of people like that.
I know, but I called it. I know who my people are.
Nowadays, man, when I see concert T-shirts, I just don't even bother. I
Well,
just let them go.
Travis, you could tell who likes the music by the way they look.
You can't tell that.
If they look
I
like
can,
they,
I
if they,
can, because I
if they,
called her. I
if
called
they,
her out as a poser. I
if they look
called
like
her
Wow.
out as a poser.
if
Yeah.
they
I
look
don't
like
call
they're
people names out
if
because
they
they're wearing
look
a
like they're
shirt.
serving me at Wawa, then I know they're into that band.
I see a lot of Blink 182 poser chicks too, Andy. That's
Oh
all
no,
I
oh
do.
no, oh no, oh no! I don't call people names out because they wear a certain shirt.
Oh, I don't either. I don't ask. I'm a 50-year-old guy. I don't ask a 20-year-old girl what's your favorite 3 songs off an album. I just know they don't like the band, and I leave it at that. It's just in my head. But Janet tried to prove me wrong, and proved me right. It's like,
Damn it, Janet.
yeah. So then we get, yeah, fucking, I love that line. Then we get to Diver Down, the most
Woo!
controversial album in Eddie Van Halen's career, because he shit on this album. But what do you guys think about it? Andy, I'm going to go to you first.
This album sucks balls. This is without besides if there wasn't no Van Halen 3, this would be the worst Van Halen album made. Now there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, Eddie didn't even want to make this album. He wanted to relax because they've been touring nonstop. He wanted to relax and take their time to make another album. Instead, they were rushing to the studio, and this is what you get. Where have all the good times gone? Cover.
Cover.
All Pretty Woman. Cover. Dancing in the Street. Terrible cover. And half
Big,
thought out songs.
Big
I
Bad Bill.
Hey,
absolutely hate the song.
Dale Evans.
Album.
hey,
Bumpa-dee-da, bumpa-dee-da, bumpa-dee-da.
Yeah, this is terrible. The only reason why I have it is so that it can be part of my collection. And I listen to it every year because every time when it's time for the anniversary, everybody talks about it. Oh, it's so fucking great, blah blah blah. So I turned it on and it's fucking worse than the time before.
I'm gonna go next because I need to defend this album a little bit. Yes, it's my least favorite David Lee Roth era Van Halen album, but Where Have All the Good Times Gone is a great Kinks
Terrible.
cover. Hang 'Em High is amazing.
Secrets.
Secret. Well, I'm getting Cathedral before Secrets
Oh.
is amazing. Intruder. Oh Pretty Woman's okay. It's like one of the worst videos ever. You didn't need that. Dancing in the Streets. Yeah, no.
Bad.
Little Guitars intro and Little Guitars is one of the best fucking Van Halen songs of all time. And I don't fucking care. There's some great gems on this album.
There
If you
are.
go through the covers, you go through the original songs are fucking great. Big
But
Bad
half of
Billy,
it are covers.
but the Big Bad Bill, Sweet William now, I think that's cool. I like it. It doesn't bug me. But the Full Bug is one of the best fucking Van
Kicks
Halen
ass.
songs of all
Yeah.
time. And Happy Trails is okay. I don't hate it, but it's my least favorite Van Halen album. But the original songs on here fucking kill.
I agree.
You could put them up against any fucking Van Halen original songs, and they Full Buck, Secrets, Intruder,
You can put it up
fucking
against
Little
any
Guitars,
original.
fucking great shit, great shit. What do you think about it, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, is it their best? Obviously, not even close. But I like it, man. I like the covers, man. I like the Kings cover. I like fucking Big Bad Bill. I
Well,
like
Where the Good
fucking.
Times Gone is amazing.
I never liked Dancing in the Streets in any
No,
version,
no.
but it's still better than the Jagger Bowie
Especially
version.
that.
But
They look
yeah.
gay in that video, by the way. They were kissing.
But I mean, the little intro to Little Guitars, man, is fucking
Amazing.
badass, dude. I mean, and you hit it right, you hit it out of the ballpark, man. The songs that aren't covers are fucking bangers, dude. They really are, and they never really hardly get any, recognition. It was always the covers that got most of the
Full
recognition off this
Bug,
album.
Little
And I
Guitars.
don't mind
Oh
the
my
Pretty
God.
Woman. I thought the Pretty Woman wasn't bad. I
It was
mean,
okay.
I could do without that fucking 10-minute opening, but
Oh, I like that. I like that shit because Eddie's going off on that
I
shit.
love it when it
like
goes
it.
in. I
Hey,
love
I
that
like.
part, man.
I thought Michael Anthony as a samurai was pretty cool. A sumo wrestler.
But I thought it was one of the better background by the band too, as far as backing vocals on that Pretty Woman.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't mind it at all. But like I said, I mean, is it a masterpiece compared to what we saw before, the previous four albums? Absolutely not. But I like it. I'll listen to. I actually listened to this one a couple weeks ago, actually.
You
But
bought me. You
I
bought me
did,
that.
didn't I?
You
Yeah, I
did buy
did.
me that. And then I got the box set that I drunkenly unboxed. That people got pissed off at
Yeah,
me.
dropping it like a
Drop it.
dumbass.
I ripped the fucking Taylor Roth
Yeah,
poster. But Travi, what do you think about it?
Well, before I get into
be right
Dive
back.
Down, I'm going to say this right now. You know, I used to smoke on air with you guys on the BS sessions. I don't smoke weed anymore when it's recording time. I only do it on my off time now because I respect you guys. I love you guys. I love to talk music with a clear mind. And I will not be on, I am not on drugs when I say this. I fucking love this album. I love it. First Van Halen album I ever bought with my own money. I heard Hang 'em High on a deep track station. I
Great
thought it
fucking song.
Yeah,
ripped.
ripped off.
So
The
I bought the
originals are
album.
amazing.
I was a little bit like, when I heard the Kinks cover. I thought it was a great cover, though. I dug it. Then you get Cathedral, and you got Secrets, Hang 'em High, and Little Guitars. Senorita, I'm in trouble again, and I
The
can't break
original
free.
songs, fucking
Senorita,
kick
I
ass,
love it.
man.
But
I
that's half
love the
of
pretty.
it.
I love the Pretty Woman cover. I love that cool instrumental before Pretty Woman starts.
I like the cool
And
instrumental before.
I love it. Listen, I am not on crack when I say this. I love everything on it. I even love Dancing in the Street. I even love Big
Ooh,
Bad Bill. I even love Happy Trails. I love everything. It's a fantastic record. It always makes me happy. Whenever I hear the Dancing in the Street cover, that wasn't supposed to be a cover. They just threw the lyrics to Dancing in the Street. It was a different composition. I think this album smokes. Is it my favorite Van Halen album? No. But I love it very, very much. So that is my opinion, and I will die on that hill.
You're fine. The original. I don't hate Diver Down. I think the
And I
original
love and look,
songs.
I love Roy Orbison. He's a great
I
singer.
wouldn't say that you were
But,
on
you know.
drugs, but I would definitely get you drug tested.
Yeah,
I
well,
just love, it
yeah,
brings
well,
it brings back memories to me
I'm
when I
just
was
kidding.
getting into rock music. So there
Hey,
you
that's
go.
where it matters, man. There's albums that people can't stand that I like, but the memories behind it makes me like it. So absolutely, dude.
I'm one to
Don't
judge.
apologize for
I'm
that.
one to judge. I love Hysteria.
Well, now you definitely. I might
I
question the
love
drug thing
Hysteria
now.
too.
But
So let's get to.
not just that was a terrible album cover. Ugh.
I love Hysteria. I thought that was cool. That
What
was a
about
cool.
Diver Down? Yeah,
Yeah,
the Diver Down
what a
album
terrible
cover.
album cover.
The
it
Diver
was a
Down album
buoy.
cover is not that special. I
No,
would
it's
have.
not.
It would have been. I think it would have been cool to have like a woman on like her legs spread on a torpedo. That would have been fun.
Sure, why not? I agree.
It would have been better. They never made it at all.
All right, man. So we get to 1984. Not the last album with David Roth, but the last album of the six pack.
The last good one.
January
With David
9th,
Roth.
1984 was released. 1984. Man, this album was also on the Rolling Stone ranked this album as 81 of the 100 greatest albums of the 1981. What was 81? Van Halen had bad luck getting number one albums because Thriller like killed this album because it was like there. I think this album is way better than Thriller.
Way better than Thriller.
Way better than Thriller.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna go out on a
Well, I
limb
think
here.
Pyromania too probably didn't make it
Pyromania is
because
way
of Thriller
better
either.
than Thriller too.
I like
I
Pyromania a little.
hardly ever listen
No,
to
I
Thriller.
won't say that.
I listen to Beat It because Eddie Van Halen is on.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
song.
I'll bring it out once every blue moon, but not often either. I listened to other Michael Jackson before that one. Man.
Yeah, I listen to Bad more than Thriller, or Off the Wall. But let's get into 1984, Jerry.
Oh, dude, I mean, it was definitely a gateway album into this band for me as far as being one of the best bands ever, in my opinion. I mean, Drop Dead Legs is one of my favorite Van Halen songs. It's probably my second favorite Van Halen songs. Almost a perfect album, and I know I say this all the time. There's one song I can't stand, and you all know what it is. I think it's a dumb
Oh,
song.
Jimmy.
Oh, I can't stand that fucking song. I hate Top Jimmy.
I
But
love that
holy
fucking
shit,
song.
girl! I'm gonna talk about some songs you don't get any recognition. Girl Gone Bad, House of Pain are fucking amazing songs, dude.
Wait, what's the song you don't like?
Top Jimmy.
Oh, me
Yeah.
neither.
Oh, Jimmy.
I even like I'll Wait. I mean, you can tell the direction that Van Halen was going in. They're going to definitely go. They're going to. It was probably much an '80s thing, maybe, but I liked it. It didn't bother me. I actually like the keyboard riffs on this album. You know, Jump is an iconic keyboard riff, and so is I'll Wait. How it starts out, it's really fucking cool. I mean, the hits are amazing. I like Jump. I like Panama. Hot for Teacher, I'll Wait. I mean, those are great hits off that album. I don't think did they ever do a video for I'll Wait? I can't remember.
No.
I
Yes,
don't think
because it was
so.
released as a single.
They should have
I,
though.
I don't remember it as a video. It wasn't played as much as the other three. Then I guess maybe I don't know.
Nah, it was the last single released. But fun fact, Michael McDonald was on that recording.
And he also
No.
co-wrote it with them.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, the cool little intro to in 1984. That intro was really cool, and ambient. It's really cool how it starts and it goes into Jump. I mean, badassery, dude. Still, I mean, with the flaw of Top Jimmy and people don't like the keyboards as much as their previous albums, I think it fucking works wonderful. This is probably, well, I think on number five. I think I'd probably take it over Women and Children first, though, as an album,
No.
but not fuck. God, my
Diver Down?
memory's going. No,
You motherfucker. Sorry.
God
What
damn.
happened with the Astros?
Fair
here?
warning. Holy shit! I can't fucking. I'm losing my mind.
Well, the Astros lost 16-3 earlier.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, I
damn,
heard a
that's-
lot
that's
of
an
people
ass
are
kick.
scoring a lot of runs today.
Yeah.
Dodgers are like 14 something.
But this was the album that pretty much, ended the run for Van Halen. Of course, Dave left after this, but it's a solid album, dude.
We don't know.
Absolutely.
Dave left. Dave got fired. What? I don't know if I can.
Dave's not here. That's all he can say. Dave's not here.
Hey,
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's
But-
not here, man.
Andy, what do you think about it?
Oh, I absolutely love this album. I think this might be my number 2 favorite Van Halen album. I love 1984. Also because this is where I was introduced to Van Halen. And really, David Lee Roth, was he fired or did he leave? What he did, he recorded another song by himself without telling the band. So that's up to you. Do you think he left the band or did he fire because he did that? Because he did California Girls because the band didn't want to do covers anymore, and I don't think they do covers anymore from here on. And he brought the tape to Eddie, and Eddie said, "Yeah, that's a good song, but I don't want to do this on a Van Halen album." And then David Lee Roth said, "No, you don't understand. I've already recorded it. I'm about to release it under my own name. So y'all make the decision. Was he fired or did he walk out on him?" But 1984 is fantastic from beginning to end. The songs that Jerry talked about are fantastic. I still love Jump. I think Jump is still a fantastic song. I love the intro, which is titled 1984. And it's just a phenomenal album, and it is one of my favorites, and it's an album that I don't get tired of at all. I still listen to this quite a bit.
Travi.
I absolutely love this album. Now, I will say this. First 5 Van Halen albums, all killer, no filler. This one does have one song that I'm a little about. And that is, I agree with Jerry. I'm not a big fan of Top Jimmy.
What?
Now, here's the thing about Top Jimmy. Musically, it's fantastic. Dave sounds great. I just don't like Dave's delivery on this song.
What?
It's
That's
too
not
fast.
the most
It's
important part of this song.
I'm like,
I
man,
love that.
But everything else is top tier Van Halen. Jump, Panama, Hot for Teacher, never get tired of them. Never get burnt out on them. They're perfect rock songs. Every time I hear that riff to Panama, it's the perfect way to start a party. Man, it's just so great. And one of my favorite uses of Panama is in Super Bad, where McLovin's like, "Brace yourself, fool."
I gotta watch that. I got that on Blu-ray.
I
need
love
to watch
that part,
again.
man.
I love
That's
that
a
movie.
great part. And I love the deep tracks. Deep tracks are great. Girl
Yeah.
Gone Bad is criminally underrated.
Yeah.
Love that song.
House of Pain.
House of Pain is great.
One of the best closers on any Van Halen album.
Drop Dead Legs. And I'll
You
Wait.
know that you
Now here's a very
want.
hot take for you, for everybody. I'll Wait. Ever since the first time I heard it, my all-time favorite Van Halen song is
Oh,
I'll Wait.
wow.
That's my favorite Van Halen song. I know
Didn't
it's kind of
didn't
jarring to hear that. Listen, my favorite Scorpions song is There Anybody There?
It's a great one too.
That's my favorite
didn't the
Scorpions.
Foreigner
I
dude
have some
produce this
very,
one?
really wild takes.
No, Foreigner did
But
produce the next
to
album.
me, I'll Wait
Oh.
is a perfect pop rock song. It's perfect.
knew it
I
was one
love
of them.
Dave's voice on it. I love the verses. I love the chorus. Michael McDonald co-wrote that song. It's a fantastic tune. It's my favorite Van Halen song. Love this album. It's beyond classic. Do I love it more than Pyromania? Hell to the yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love Pyromania. I
That was
love
still
Thriller.
That was still Ted Templeman, right?
I even
Yes,
love
it is.
I love Born in
Very.
the U. I love.
I'm
the
bad
Born
with
in-
that shit.
The Born in the USA come out in 1984.
Yes.
Okay, I love that album too. But man, it's all about 1984 to me for Van Halen. It's just unstoppable.
Yeah, one of the best Christmas presents I've ever received, man, was that cassette when it came out.
All right.
I wore
man.
it out.
We did this review on Freeform Rock Podcast with the great James West. Get better, brother. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you. I hope you're watching this and listening to this because Van Halen is in his DNA. He hates Sammy, which the next album will be Sammy. Jump is great. Panama is great. And fuck you guys on Top Jimmy. It's like the fifth vocals fucking flow. Some friends of mine just the other night when he heard this cool cat blow. He said he sang so good that the roof fell in and it didn't even stop the show. I don't remember the face, but I remember the face and everybody want to go. Top Jimmy cooks. Top Jimmy swings. He's got the looks. Top Jimmy, he's the king. And I love that. It's like this was a true story about this happened and David wrote about it. Drop Dead Legs, Hot for Teacher. Let's talk about some Alex Van Halen here. One of the top 5 drummers of all time. Nobody ever puts him up there but Neil, John Bonham, Keith Moon, whoever. He is in my top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
He fucking rules. And if you guys don't think Alex rules, you guys could fuck off. House of Pain, one of the greatest closes of all time. I love All Wait. And then fucking this album, 2 albums by Van Halen. Diamond. The first album, this album. And I think the RIAA needs to recertify that because the next album would probably be a lot better. I'm just saying. So Daily Roth quits the group or leaves the group or whatever. We don't know. There's conflicting things on this. And then freaking they Lamborghini guy says, "Hey, Eddie, I got Sammy has Lamborghini. Whatever. Why don't you guys get together and make some music?" The Lamborghini guy or whatever.
So he is responsible.
Yeah. So they got together and we came up with 5150 time, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never heard of a letdown more than my life when I heard this fucking pile of vile. I mean, there's got the back cover. They got the feathered hair. It looks like Sammy did something to this poor guy down here that is probably illegal. But
You own the vinyl though.
I own all their vinyl except for one. But this album just sucks. I mean, there's one song I like. I like Hot Summer Nights. I think that's a good tune because I can hear Dave singing that song. You know, I think it probably was written with Dave in mind. I
think they had that with Dave in mind.
Yeah. I do like that song, but man, I mean, I do not like Dreams. Overrated piece of shit. You know what? Love Walks In's not terrible, but it's not nothing I ever go back to, which I like the kind of the darkness to that tune. But man, and that stupid dance they did on Best of Both Worlds, it's fucking just what the fuck happened to this band, dude? You know, when they first started out, I first saw these guys, they did, I don't think they even had a song ready to go. They did the Farm Aid thing. Remember that? where Sammy came on.
Yeah,
they
he
just
did
like
One Way to Rock.
they
and
did
stuff.
rock and roll and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, this might work out. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. But then when this album came out, I heard the first song. Here's the debut of Why Can't This Be Love?
But you gotta. I'm just gonna say that's where Eddie wanted to go. They wanted Patty
Sure.
Smythe.
Hey, no, hold on, time out. I blame Eddie just as much as I do the shitty job Sammy did with it. Absolutely. But man, this is just not my cup of tea as far as being labeled as a Van Halen album. This is like the New Kids on the Block Van Halen era.
Oh,
and
fuck
this
you.
album, in my
Fuck
opinion. It's just
you.
not good. It's too poppy. It's too.
New Kids on My Cock.
I mean, just look at that fucking. Look at that. What the? Who the? It's like
The
Metallica
album
on
cover-
load.
I agree with the
Look at
album
that.
cover. The other album cover sucks. Yeah, I agree.
Look at Eddie with the mullet.
Yeah,
I mean-
it was 1986, Jerry.
What's this clown thing? What the fuck kind of hairdo with the Ralph Hinckley
Like
hairstyle that
Nate-
Sammy has here? All right, I'm done. I'm done bashing. I'll let you guys praise it, but it sucks.
All right, let's go to the bashing first. Travis.
1986. Yeah, Eat 'Em and Smile is a great album. Next.
All right. All right, Andy.
Buries Eat 'em and Smile. Buries it.
Not even close.
5150 is one of their best albums.
No.
Great accomplishment by the band. Best of both worlds. Great track. Dreams, great track. Why Can't This Be Love? Love Walks In. 5150 title track. Fantastic. Fantastic guitar work on there. Inside Summer Nights. Good enough. Yeah, dude. Get up.
Make it work. Make it work.
Get it work. Man, you think you're tired?
Turn it off. Get it out
Yeah.
of here.
5150. Way better. In my opinion, it is better than having to hear just a gigolo everywhere I go.
Well,
I ain't got
that wasn't on Eat 'Em and
nobody.
Smile though, but he
I
had
know
That's
it
Life,
it was on the EP.
He had
but still,
Lady-
it was around that time.
Ladies Night in Buffalo. Yeah.
Ugh.
Get about.
That's one thing that I
Buzzy,
hated.
buzzy bop. Diddy bop.
That's one thing that I did not like about Day was a zoopity dee dop be doop gizmo.
I think that's cool.
It
when he-
was
when he
him.
does
It
that.
was corny, but it was Dave being an entertainer.
It
That's
was
what he's
Dave
best
being
at.
entertaining. I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dave TV. Remember that was a cool video.
Yeah,
actually.
I got that on my profile, Dave TV. I might not be as popular as other podcasts, but I got that photo up there as Dave.
That's cool. If he wants to be an entertainer, that's fine. But you can't be an entertainer against
The
rock and
video
roll.
was funny. Billy Idol getting blown up when he just does
that was
that.
great. Too.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
just,
better than that doesn't stand up to rock and roll. That's
Well,
what
no.
5150 is, rock and roll.
I'm just gonna go. Everybody gets pissed off at the title track where he goes, "Hello, baby." What? And
But that's
fucking
not the title track.
And he
But
just
that's all right.
wails on that fucking like, right after he says that. It's like this is like Sammy coming in to fucking take over. I will always say the six pack is the best Van Halen. Yeah, Dr. Fuck make fun of me on that because I will always. But fuck, this ain't bad. This is fucking good stuff. You got Good Enough, U.S. Pride, grade A stamp guaranteed. Grease it up and turn on the heat. And then, Why Can't This Be Love? Fucking get up, make it work. How he says, I went out and brought some brand new shoes now. I walk like someone else. Hey, maybe I'm crazy or just too high. I love those fucking Dreams. Always gives me the chills. Especially the live version they did at the Whiskey. God, it says, I got my dreams. I got my dreams. And they used the fucking, didn't make videos on this album, but they used the fucking, the
Airplanes,
angels.
what do you call them?
So fucking, and when Eddie's doing that solo, the planes are doing circles. It gives me chills. Best of both worlds, man. I love that fucking song. I want the best. He says, you don't have to die and go to heaven or hang around to be born again. Just tune in to what this place is out to offer because we will never be here again. And it's like the same thing. The Bible kind of says that. Live your day.
Oh, I love that part.
Day after day.
I would do that in my room when I was a kid.
Yes.
Do it, Jerry.
And
fucking
love walks in, fucking,
be like this.
people People get pissed off about it.
Jerry,
Some
you're
kind of
just so strut.
alien reached over, common, and 5150 fucking rules. It's
And the song,
5150. I
yeah, and the songs,
I have the DVD of that concert. Hello, New Haven.
and
You
their
know,
songs got longer too off this fucking album too.
and
It's like,
inside, that's what's going down on the inside. I love that. I got this job just not being myself. I went out, bought some brand new shoes, and I walk like someone else.
that song
Fucking,
sucks.
I love fucking Inside the Indie album. Fucking 5150 rules, and I
Yep,
love it. It ain't as good as anything David Lee Roth did with the band.
I think it is.
Summer Nights I really like.
I think it's up there, but
And the more I listen to Love Walks In, I don't really hate it as much as I did. I'm growing to like it, but that's it. The rest of it's shit.
5150 is in my top 5
Yeah.
of Van Halen albums.
and
Easily.
then we get to the album that Nate said, "Women and Children First," are fair warning. OU 812. This album is
Why
like,
do you own that, Jerry?
I got it at a yard sale. I told Mark about it. Not $1. It's sealed and it's not even open. Look.
he was supposed to send that to me, but I got the box set. But I'm gonna fucking
Hype sticker, got everything still.
this title OU 812 is like they're talking about
Original.
like you ate the worm. You OU 812. It's fucking cool, man. It's their 8th studio album. It's released March 24th, 1988. I was 17 when this album came out. But let's get into Andy's review of this. Let's get the hate to end this album.
All right. This album's good. I will give it a 4 out of 5. I think Eddie's playing on here, although it's not as flashy as the other songs, is very intricate, especially when it comes to the riffing of the song. The songs are different, yes. They're a little bit more technical than they were before. You can hear a little bit more of Sammy in here with a couple of songs like Cabo Wabo
Yeah.
and stuff like that to talk about his lifestyle being a beach bum. But man, the AFU Artificially Wired is a badass song.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So is Back in Blue. It feels so good. It's a really good pop rock song. Mine All Mine with the drums. All Mine All Mine.
Alex kicks ass on this album.
Badass on there. Cabo Wabo's a good song. There are some duds, like Source of Infection is stupid. I do like Sucker in a 3-piece, and I absolutely love when it's love, and Finish What You Started. Great songs. 4 out of 5. I think this is a fantastic album. They were in the top of the world, and they'll even get higher up coming up. So yeah, OU 812 is a
What was that Little Feet? What was that Little Feet song they added to the CD?
That was a horrible song.
Yeah, it was
Political
pretty
Blues.
bad.
That was horrible.
Apolitical Blues.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was
sucked,
only
too.
on the cassette and vinyl pressings.
Yeah.
But,
I like Little Feet.
No, I thought that was only on the CD. I thought.
no, it wasn't. No, it was just,
Oh.
well,
No, Little
Wikipedia
Feet's a
might.
great
But
band.
I'm gonna get to the love, and then we're gonna get to the 2 haters at the end of this. Mine Oh Mine, I love that fucking song. When It's Love is fucking beautiful. AFU Naturally Wired, I love that song. I love Cabo. I like da da. We drink Moscato right from the bottle. I love that fucking song. Source of Infection, Andy, I love that song. Feel So Good is great. Finish What You Started. That was different for Eddie. He was doing
Yeah.
more.
What certified dog
was-
shit garbage
Yeah.
song that is.
The background vocals when Michael, come on, baby, finish.
Please.
That was Valerie's favorite song by Van
Fuck
Halen.
that song. Well, good for her.
Well, you could get to your review when we get to your fucking review.
Sorry.
Bitch.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself, Mark. Go
Fuck
ahead.
you, bitch. But the first single was Back in Blue. I remember just don't draw the line. Baby, I'm through with you. The harder the better. Do it to a black and fucking background vocals by Michael, fucking insanely great. And Sucker in a 3-piece, the end album was fucking great. But the bonus track, Apolitical Blues, was boring as fuck. I didn't like it. But Jerry, bring me the hate.
Well, I'll start out with what I do like about it. Is I think Cabo Wabo is a great fucking song, actually. I do really like it. It's probably my favorite Sammy era song. Um, and that's about it though. The rest is pure dog shit. Even it says "When It's Love" is a good song. What the fuck was that all about?
Oh, that's a great song.
You rag on Air Supply, Mark, but you like "When It's Love"? Come on, dude.
You don't like Air Supply, Mark?
No.
That's
I
weird.
mean, dude,
Why
that
is it
song.
weird? It's horrible.
Oh,
A
it's
black
great.
and now the riff in Black and Blue is pretty cool. The main riff, I'll give
Yeah.
guys that much. But Mine Oh Mine is weird.
Oh, it's
Um,
badass.
Feels so good, so good. What the fuck, man? It just, I don't know. It
You're
just this
so good.
album just. I mean,
All right.
yeah. Travis, what do you think, man? Dog shit,
You
drizzling
know, when
shit.
I hear when I got exposed inappropriately to Oh You Wait Ones too, I
Exposed
said to myself,
radiation.
you know,
You go
skyscraper
take a
ain't that.
shower
You
afterwards.
know,
Sorry, Travis.
I said, you know, skyscraper ain't that bad after all. Next.
It is, yeah. Let me
Oh,
take
wait, wait,
you
wait, wait. One thing I
down.
want
That's
to
a
say.
good
I will
song, man.
show
Hey, you
It's a
know
good
you
what?
tune.
around.
You know what? The great thing that came out of this album was an amazing "Rock All Over You" review.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the best album of the Van Hagar era. Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, known as the Fuck album. And I will take this first because I got to give it some love.
Wow.
Because this is one of my
This
favorite albums. It starts out with Pound Cake. Love Judgment Day is one of the greatest Van Halen songs of all time. I fucking put it up there with any De La Ross, Spanked, Run Around, Pleasure Domes, In and Out. They got you going in. They got you going out. Same amount, like in debt. Man on a Mission. The Dream is Over. Right Now. I even love 316 instrumental. Top of the World. Standing on top of the world for a little while. I love the positivity of that song to end this fucking great album, man. It's fucking they used the drill on this fucking they copied Mr. Big. I will give them that. But it's fucking great fucking not one bad song on this album. I love this album. I love the fucking what they did a concert in Houston. Like I got that on DVD on the box set. Fucking
Oh, it's
great shit.
Dallas.
Dallas. Fucking great shit, man. Man on a Mission. Fucking great song. I'm a man on a mission. Let's talk more action. Pleasure Dome. Goddamn. Fucking love this fucking album. It's fucking hard as fuck. It's got fucking who let's see. Let's see who's on. Andy Johns produced this. Fucking he did a lot of Led Zeppelin shit.
are him and
And
Glenn Johns related?
I don't know. But the thing is, Alex wanted Andy to get that fucking Bonham sound on this album. And I think Alex got the Bonham sound on this album. That's my opinion.
I am
I'm
gonna.
gonna end it with
I just threw up, man.
I'm gonna end it with Andy because I want some love at the end of this. So so fucking Taz, what do you think about it?
It's absolutely complete horse shit. Not a good song on it. I did see this concert. I had to go because I had a
Twice.
girlfriend and I wanted to get laid. Wow. I'm just looking at these songs on here, man. Pound Cake. What fucking terrible lyric writing that was. Judgment Day. Oh no, that sucks too. Sorry.
It's my
I can't
life. Get
remember.
off my ass. Get out of my face.
I don't remember Spanked. I couldn't tell if it's
Spanked
even
is
remotely
great. They're
good.
talking about the 976 numbers at that time.
Okay. Run Around is one of the most annoying songs they've ever written
What the fuck?
as a band.
Here
Pleasure
we go
Dome
round.
could have been
You
better.
don't like groove, Jerry. You don't like groove.
In and Out. Boy, I wish I could throw this fucking record in and then out in the fucking street. It's terrible. Man on a Mission, I don't remember it for a
I'm a
reason.
man on a mission. Let's
The Dream is
talk.
Over. I don't remember that probably for a
Hey, wake
reason.
up. It goes, dream another dream. This dream is
All
over.
right. That still doesn't ring a bell. Right Now, another overrated piece of horse shit. Annoying video. Ed is busy. Sammy's
I love
wanking
that
off.
video.
316. Yeah, well, if there's any side of goodness, it's that one, this one. And then they end it with probably one of the most crappiest songs of that era is Top of the World, man. It gives me indigestion just thinking about this album. So I don't want to get all worked up about this vile piece of shit. So I'm going to end it. Give Travis take care of it for me.
He's
There you
drinking.
go.
He's drinking the vanilla whiskey, the fucking White Claw of whiskey.
The best thing I can say about this album, at least it inspired my favorite Rock and Metal Combat podcast review, which includes Mr. Mark Allen Taylor. Best Rock and Metal Combat podcast episode ever.
Oh, you should hear
Mark,
the rock and
that
roll.
was a great episode.
You should hear Mark when he hosted Ralph to do this album. That's even better.
Oh no, you mean Balance? We did Balance.
Oh, it's
But,
Balance. Excuse me.
and
You're
we
right. It was
didn't even
Balance. My
talk
bad.
about Balance. He was just going off on
you know what Jerry said. Ditto. There you go.
Rock and Metal Pocket. I did that in my car on my phone.
Yes,
because
you did. I heard the sirens.
I didn't want to miss it. You know,
We
I had to
pulled
pull over.
The rock and roll police were fucking arrested.
And Ian was getting all my shit. Why don't you get home to your computer? Because I wouldn't have made this episode.
No, my favorite part of that review, one of my favorite parts is like when he's hearing the sirens. Oh, fuck OJ. Mark Allen Taylor did it.
All right, Andy, take us home on this album, man.
Yeah, this album is close to being horrible.
What?
I absolutely hate this album.
No, he
shit.
doesn't.
No, honestly, I don't like this
Really?
album at all. No,
Really?
no. I think Pound Cake is a terrible song. Judgment Day is bad. Spanked, Run Around is just repeats itself over and
Here we
over
go,
and over
round,
and over.
round,
It's just
round,
too much.
round.
It's like they repeat the same verse like 4 times just to stretch out the song.
I love this song.
Pleasure Dome's a good song. I do like Pleasure Dome. Right Now is just at that time it was too preachy. That's not what I want to hear from Van Halen. I do like Top of the
Trying
World.
to do U2.
But the thing is, right now is a positive song.
Trying to be a U2 is what they're trying to be.
No, it was more positive than U2 to me.
Yeah, that's not what I want to hear from Van Halen.
Because right now it's your tomorrow. Right now it's your everything.
Yeah, I want to hear about drinking and girls.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear that from my Van Halen albums.
I loved it.
And I did like Top of the World, but just because I was trying to find something on this album, so I do rank this. This is my least favorite Sammy album, easily. I think that they were trying to overcompensate with way too much guitar, and the production was way too high. The production was poppy. It was not produced as a rock album.
I think it's more rock and
it was produced as a pop album, and
that was more. OU2 is more pop album compared to this album.
No, but the production was different. The OU812 production was a little bit darker. It was a little bit more murky. This was so high and so bright. No, I don't. I'm not a fan of this album.
Oh, I thought you were. Then we get to Balance, the last album with Sammy Hagar. Andy, take it.
I absolutely love Balance. I think Balance is fantastic. Seventh Seal, such a good song. Can't Stop Loving You. Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. Amsterdam, Big Fat Money, Doing Time. I even like Not Enough. I like the harmonies on that. It's a pretty cool song. So yeah, I do like Balance. This might be my second favorite Sammy album after 5150. So Balance is one of my go-to albums as well. When I want to hear Sammy era Van Halen, I will pull out Balance.
Jerry.
Yeah, I don't own this piece of shit in any form. Wow, I'm looking at the song list here. Actually, Can't Stop Loving You. Why I hate that song even more is because I'm going to be honest with you. My singer in my band wanted to do this song at the time, Can't Stop Loving You, but I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing this song. It sucks. But the pure reason is I couldn't fucking play it, to be honest with you. But, because in a band you got to play songs that you don't like, but yeah, in all honesty, I couldn't figure it out. I can't figure out any of Van Halen. I got the main riff, but solos and stuff, I don't even want to attempt or, do stuff like that. And I do respect Eddie's soloing on all these albums. Don't get me wrong, but the songwriting sucks. Wow. looking at these fucking classics here. I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you about one song off this album that I remember, except for that, of course, "Can't Stop Loving You," because that was a kind of hit for them, I guess. Their last hit was
You
"Sammy."
know who opened for?
Thank God, Dave came back and did two great fucking songs off the Greatest Hits album. After this, what was it? Me Wise Magic Rules.
Yeah.
Can't get the
Enough of
stuff
This
no
Stuff.
more.
Yeah, can't get the stuff no more. Yeah, two great
Yeah,
fucking
that was
songs.
a
So
good song.
thank God he came back and did those two songs. And you got to admit, those two songs fucking rock. All right.
Oh, yeah, they
You
do.
know what, Jerry?
What? Go
I
ahead.
saw Collective Soul open for Van Halen on his tour.
Well, I should have been the other way around.
Fuck you.
Well, Van Halen did open for Bon Jovi, but
In England.
yeah, but I couldn't tell you any more about this album except I didn't like it. I don't remember any of these songs, so I don't have nothing else to say except I remember it just blows chunks.
You don't remember Seventh Seal with like the monks going, oh, oh.
You should check it out, Jerry. I think you will
I
like
think
it.
you would like it, Jerry. It's like
Yeah.
pretty good, man.
There's a lot of instrumentals on it.
I think Aftershock. Well, I'll go next because I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, because I remember I did listen to it. I think I owned the CD at one time, and maybe I still do. I don't know.
I think Aftershock is one of the best Van Halen songs of all time.
No.
The riffs that Eddie is doing on Aftershock, Seventh Seal, Don't Tell Me What Love Could Do, Wham Bam Master. Yeah, Aftershow's a little cheesy, but I liked it. Big Fat Money's cool. The strung out instrumental, not enough. But
Yeah.
Aftershock, oh my God, that is one of the best Van Halen songs of all time. God, what Eddie is doing on Aftershock is fucking amazing. I know you guys, two of you guys don't like Sammy, but go back and listen to Aftershock and get back to me and give me a true opinion on Aftershock.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't like it, I don't think you like Eddie. That's all I got to say. I love Balance. I saw this tour. I saw Collective Soul opening. It was amazing. What do you think about it, Travis, Patty?
Right. Well, I'm joking around a bit about Sammy. Now, here's my feelings on Sammy Hagar in general, okay? I love the first Montrose album. That album's fantastic. One of the best hard rock albums of the 70s by far. I don't mind some Sammy solo stuff. There's some great solo stuff from Sammy before he joined Van Halen. I like the album he did with Neil Schon. And listen, look, I love Edward Van Halen with all my heart. Top 3 guitar players. When he joined Van Halen, and I heard it, I did not like it. It's not because of Sammy's voice. It's not because of the music. Well, some of it is because of the music. I think the lyrics are not my thing. I don't care for the lyrics too much.
Terrible lyrics.
Sammy technically is not a bad vocalist. I just don't care. I don't care for him personally. He said some very nasty things that he went back on.
Don't we all say nasty things if we go back on, Travis? But you said some nasty things about me when you blocked me. So come on.
Sure did.
You sure did.
I sure did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just calling
I stand by all the nasty things.
And you know I love you. You know I love you, Travis. You know I love you.
You know what? But I don't pretend that I didn't.
No, you didn't. You own that shit.
I own that shit. Sammy doesn't.
Sammy does own the shit a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe not.
But listen,
I love you, Mark. Full of shit now.
Well, Mark, I'll never block you again unless you say something bad about my mom.
I don't even know your mom.
But anyway,
I say stuff. I say stuff about Jerry's mom all the time.
But let's get back on subject here. I love you, Mark. I got nothing against you. You're cool with me. I just don't like Sammy Hagar and Van Halen. Not my thing. I don't like what Sammy did after Van Halen. I feel like after he left Van Halen, I didn't like Chicken Foot. I didn't like Circle.
I love the Circle.
I respect Vic Johnson. I respect the members of Chicken Foot and the Circle, but it's just not for me. With that said, there is one Van Hagar song.
There's Vic right there.
There's one Van Hagar song on Balance that I do like.
Aftershock?
I love Feeling.
Oh, Feeling's good.
That's a good song. I'm pleasantly surprised. I do like that song. It's a serious song.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like it musically. I think it's great. Sammy sounds good on the vocals. He doesn't go too over the top with the vocals. I think he sounds just fine. I like the lyrics. It's rare. I think it's a damn good song. So there you go. I don't hate Sammy Hagar. I mean, I don't like him, but I don't have a hate boner for him. So there you go. There's my thoughts on Van Hagar and Sammy in general. There you go, folks.
Well, hopefully you're not dead to Ian Wadley like Stephen Kirsch is. But
what I do hate is the word.
Ian's not gonna. Well, Ian. Well, I don't know if Ian's gonna watch this or not. I don't know. Look,
I think Ian secretly watches us. I'm just saying.
I just.
If a topic like this, I think he probably would.
He's probably gonna watch it.
Everybody has a matter of opinions, and I hold my opinion.
There's no such thing as Van Hagar. There's no band.
I know. I just said that.
It's Van Halen.
Yeah, it's Van Halen. It's always
There's
Van
no
Halen.
Van Halen.
And then we get the Van Cherone.
Oh, well, definitely.
I mean Van Halen.
I'm sorry, Travis. Is there such thing as Van Hagar?
No, there's no such thing as Van Hagar.
No,
there's no such thing as Van Hagar, Andy.
No, there isn't.
All good.
Well, we get the Van Halen 3, and I'll take this first. I bought this album on release day because I like the song Without You. I saw the video on MTV. I thought it was cool. And I'm a huge Extreme Gary Cherone fan. So I was like, oh, this will work. He could do Sammy. He could do David songs. And they did that on tour. And it was great. It's like what Gary said about this album. They rushed it. They didn't flush out the songs. They flushed out the songs on tour. They got them like perfect on tour. I will go through this album real quick. New World Instrumental. Without You, I love The One I Want. I didn't like From Afar. I love Dirty Water Dog. I didn't like Once. Fire in the Hole is amazing. That was from Lethal Weapon 3. I love that. There's a fire in the hole. Yeah. Josephina was horrible. Year in a Day was horrible. Primary Instrument was horrible. Ballad or the Bullet was great. And then Eddie had to sing a song. How Many Say I? Fucking horrible. So I give this album a 2.5 out of 5. I do like 5 of the songs on there. It got better with me because when I first heard it, when I bought it, I put it away for 20 years. I didn't listen to it. I went back to Extreme. I went back to old Van Halen. It didn't hit me until later. Dirty Water Dog, Fire in the Hole, Ballad of the Bullet, Without You, One I Want. I love those songs. Half of them are trash. What do you think about it, Andy?
Oh, dude, this is bad. It's very, very bad.
Thank you.
In fact, this is the longest Van Halen album. It's almost
70
an hour
minutes.
long.
I think it's over an hour. I think.
It's almost an hour. Yeah. It might be more than an hour. I think it's a terrible album. I'm not a Gary Cherone guy. He's just not my type of vocalist at all. The way that Travis talked about Sammy, that's the way I feel about Gary. I don't like Extreme at all. And if you like him, Mark, that's great. You go ahead and enjoy him.
It's fine.
They were just not a band
I've loved Extreme from the first album.
Here.
Right. It just wasn't. It wasn't an album that I enjoyed at all, and maybe I was already negative about it because of who was singing with them. I was like, it's probably not going to be good. So I was already going into that feeling that way. So when I heard
go listen to those 5 songs I said to Fire in the Hole.
I've heard that album several times.
Just go check out Fire in the Hole.
I'm not. I would rather take a shit and go through it with a stick.
Oh boy,
that'd be cool.
That's a lot of hate.
Yeah, dude. And that's because I love Eddie. I love Alex, and I love Michael Anthony. They're a big part of my life. But dude, that's a bad album. Oh no.
But I heard Gary said they rushed it and they flushed them out on tour. And there's a video, they recorded a live video of them on tour, and I heard it was really good. He did David, he did Sammy, he did everything on it. It's like you never see David or Sammy do a lot of their material, you know.
Okay,
David never did any Sammy material. Sammy only did like 3 songs by Roth.
The same 3 songs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Gary sounded great singing other people's songs. Whoop-de-doo.
No, but he blended in them with his songs. He's a great stage presence to me. I know
Oh,
people hate him.
Andy's on fire.
Yeah. All right, Jerry.
I will take this album any day over anything Hagar did and a different kind of truth.
Ooh,
what? Get
Absolutely.
out of town, Jerry.
I absolutely there's like 5 or 6 songs I love on this album.
Exactly,
I
right?
love
Find
Dirty.
my way back for the
I love Dirty Water Dog. That is a
Great song. Love
dude.
it.
I didn't mind without you, some decent tune, man.
Yeah.
What was the girl's name song?
Josephina,
Josephina. I like that. And what else did I like on this?
Fire in a Hole.
Fire in a Hole. That's a fucking great tune, dude.
Remember
Awesome.
Lethal Weapon 3 when they're
yeah.
fucking the guy with the fire
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, fucking great.
I mean, One I Want. It's a good tunes, man. But this was doomed from the start,
It was.
in my opinion. It really was. I mean, I kind of felt bad for Gary, even though I'm not a huge. I like pornography from Extreme. That's about it. But yeah, he had kind of the raw deal, the blame and everything for.
It was so terrible.
But no, yeah, maybe I thought the songwriting was a little better. Maybe because it was I don't know, dude.
You know what? Anything
go ahead.
you could say something about Gary Cherone, he never talked shit about Van Halen.
No, I mean, which is cool. But I'll take this any day over what I just said. Absolutely.
Travis.
last year I had a wicked stomach bug, and it was less painful than this album.
It is long. I will say that much. It might be
I give this
long.
album I agree with Andy. Give this album a 2 flusher. It's terrible. And you know what? I like Extreme. I do like Extreme. But it was and on paper, it seemed like a good idea for Gary Cherone because he could do the Sammy vocals and he could do the Dave vocals. But the final result was like, piss poor.
Well, he said this album was rushed. They didn't get
rushed. And
they didn't get to flush out the songs so they went on tour.
Wasn't Eddie lost in the sauce at this time?
He kind of was, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, maybe if it was recorded at a different time, it would have been a little better. But I don't
blame Gary for this album at all. I don't
blame Gary at all. I like Gary
blame
Cherone. I don't hate Gary Cherone. I like Extreme.
But it's okay to blame Sammy for the other albums and not Eddie.
I blame them both. I blame them both.
I said Eddie and Alex went in that direction. They want Patty.
Well, you know what? I don't look.
They wanted Patty Smythe for Van Halen to sing.
It takes 2 to tango to make a bad Van Halen album I don't like, and Eddie had a hand in it too. So.
All right, so we're going to end with the triumphant return. Well, for some people, David Lee Roth, A Different Kind of Truth. Travi,
love it. Is it a perfect album? No, but it is a very good album. I love As Is. I love Chinatown, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, Beats Working, Stay Frosty. Amazing. I do love this album. Now, I'm not a production snob or anything, but I would have preferred it with a maybe more punchier production quality.
It was kind of brick-walled.
Yeah, a little bit brick-walled. It's still a solid album. I just would have preferred maybe a little bit of a remix. I love Wolfie. I think Wolfie does a solid job replacing Michael Anthony. I think Dave sounds great in the studio. And live, at that time, not so much. But it is a very good album, in my opinion. I would put it at my least favorite David Lee Roth Van Halen album, but it's still good to my ears. And I think it was a good way to close out their career.
I like this album way better than 1984, but Tattoo could fuck off.
I love Tattoo.
Tattoos is not. She's the Woman, You and Your Blues, Chinatown, Blood and Fire, Bullet Head, As Is. It's my favorite song off this album.
Baby Sweetie
Honey
Doll.
Baby Sweetie Doll is fucking David Lee Roth. The Trouble with Never, Out of Space, Stay Frosty, Big River, Beats Working. This is a great album. I do like Tattoo, but I don't think it should have been the first single out there.
Oh, no,
I think it should have been It should have been She's the Woman.
I think was Tattoo the opening on that album?
It was the opening, yeah.
I think As Is would have been a better opening.
Oh, As Is my favorite song off this album. It's like got Daily Roth isms all over
Sounds
that.
like classic VH.
Sounds like classic VH. Andy.
Oh yeah, this is a great album. It's kind of a little bit long. They could have chopped off probably about 10 minutes of it. But dude,
49 minutes they could have cut off.
I really loved this album, and I think Wolfie being there really pushed Eddie
Yeah.
a little bit more because Eddie is fantastic on this album. I mean, Eddie stole the show
Those
on
solos.
here.
Oh my God.
Yes, these solos were some of his best. And I know that everybody talked more about David Lee Roth because he was singing on this album, and his singing's okay, but dude, this was Eddie's album. Eddie and Wolfie. It was Eddie, Wolfie, and Alex. This was Van Halen without any. Well, of course, you got David Lee Roth being an outsider, but it was the music being behind that made this album very good. And I do like Tattoo. I think it was a good song. I wasn't worried about it being the lead off track. I was fine. I was fine with it. It had a little bit more of David Lee Rothisms, with his talk jive stuff. So I really like this album, and I think I bought it the first day it came out.
I did too.
I'm buying on this one.
I bought the single Tattoo on iTunes before the album came out. Yeah.
I remember I got this at Target. I went to Target that day before work, and I bought it.
The thing is, the production should be a little bit clearer. They kind of brick walled it, but it's a great album to me.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jerry,
really.
shit on it.
I absolutely fucking love this album, dude. I mean,
What?
it really fucking is a great album, dude. There's not a bad song on it. I mean,
What?
Dave's back in the band. Look at these tattoos. She's a woman.
These are
You and Your
lies.
Blues.
Lies.
Chinatown. Fucking A.
Lies. Lies.
Stay Frosty. I mean, come on, dude. This album fucking sucks. What a letdown it was.
I said
What a
lies.
letdown.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. I was so looking forward to this, man. I mean, Dave's back with Van Halen. This is gonna fucking rock. And then they come out with their first song, Tattoo, and it was just doomed from there. I mean, people are like, listen to more than Tattoo. I did. I own the fucking album somewhere. I think it's in the box somewhere, I think, right now. That's how much I listened to it. It's just not, it just is not, it's terrible. The songwriting sucks. The production's terrible, I think, in my opinion. It's that dude from Bon Jovi, ain't it? The tour with
John
Bon
Shanks?
Jovi produced this.
John
Yeah.
Shanks. Yeah.
And it kind of sounds like Bon Jovi, actually, too. That's probably why it sucks. Yeah, I just didn't care for it. It was very let down, in my opinion, man. I expected a masterpiece. Maybe my expectations were way too high, and maybe I'll listen to it again someday. Maybe because my opinions change sometimes over the years. But man,
Yeah, I think you really need to listen to it because She's the Woman, as is, it's like one of the best Van Halen songs of all time.
total letdown. And then they come out. I'm like, maybe they can reprieve themselves with a live album. Holy crap!
Oh shit! Oh hell no!
Now you know what? I will never deny that Sammy is a better singer than Dave right now. Absolutely, 100%. His voice is held out. But I would take David Lee Roth, classic David Lee Roth over Sammy any day of the week. And his vocals are very underwhelming on this album too. There's nothing really stand out from what I remember.
Sounds like classic Roth to me. I don't know.
It sounds like
better
old
than his
man
solo
David Lee
shit.
Roth. Sounds like old man David Lee Roth.
Yeah, go listen to fucking
Honey Baby Sweetie Doll.
Honey Baby Sweetie Doll is totally fucking
sucks.
Roth.
It is, but I'm not saying it doesn't mean it sounds good though. Yeah, it is 100% David Lee Roth, but the different David Lee Roth, the older David Lee Roth, the tamer David Lee Roth. I just didn't care for this album. And I get a lot of shit from that. There's a few people that agree with me on the chat boards.
Cool. It's cool.
But, I know what Jerry's trying to.
I will listen to this any day of the week before.
Yeah.
Kind of truth.
I know what Jerry's saying. Like David Lee Roth's parts are forced.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe.
You can kind of look. You can kind of see through it. That's not authentic. But Eddie Van Halen's fantastic on here. But I know what you're saying about David Lee Roth. It's I don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, no, Eddie's guitar is awesome on the other albums too. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the songs as a whole, or the Sammy songs. The songs as a whole were on par as the classic six or the six pack, or whatever you want to call it.
A lot of these songs were taken from their like Zero album. I don't know.
They
reworked them, dude. They reworked old And then Sammy was
There's
kind of
obviously
going.
a reason why they weren't on
Sammy
the
was
other
kind of going
albums.
off on them taking old tracks. He did the same shit. What the fuck he's
Yeah.
talking
Well,
about?
Everybody does.
Everybody
Everybody
look,
goes
does.
back
man.
to revisit old
The
songs.
Van Halen, Roth, Net Swingers love it, so more power to them. That just proves I'm not, if something's bad, I won't like it.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, it's Dave, man, it rules." It doesn't. It's just not. It's just not good in my opinion.
All right,
Let
so
down.
let's end this. Roth or Sammy Hagar, Travi.
Roth, come on. That's
Andy.
fine. That's just my opinion.
Roth or Sammy? Andy.
Were you done, Travis?
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, Roth.
Jerry.
Oh, come on, dude. Next question.
I will pick Roth also. The six pack, nothing
Yeah.
beats the six pack.
Well, I'll pick
Nothing
Hagar
beats-
then. How about that? There you go. I'm gonna be
You're
there. I'll
not going
pick
to take
Sammy.
Hagar. But man, that was our Van Halen discography, man. Sorry Mooger couldn't make it today. He's having medical problems. Everybody say prayers for Mooger because Mooger
Of
rules.
course. Yeah.
And man, pimp your shit, Andy.
Oh yeah, on Black Spinner Circle this Tuesday, our top 10 plus 5 instrumentals. We got
Ooh.
Manny Mejias and Joseph Staub with me and Al. And in fact, Al and Manny are at Sticks tonight, so they're checking that out. So we got that, and then I will be on the BS sessions on Thursday. I'll let y'all talk a little bit more about that. So yeah, I just have two shows next week, so it feels good.
All right, Jerry, pimp the BS sessions.
Yeah, the BS sessions, man. I love doing that show. We're going to be doing double albums next week. Looking forward to that. It can be double albums or live albums, just not compilations. So that's going to be pretty interesting to hear what everybody's opinions in that one. Me and Joseph Stobbs, Heavy Water 77, will be out any day now. We're actually we're going to be recording. We're going to be reviewing their Styx' very first album on our next show sometime next week, I believe. After the show, Ashley, Andy, I'm going to send you and Kate how we're going to do the Altamont thing for the next
Awesome.
3 shots down.
I'll get
Hopefully
started
we'll do
on
that. Maybe we can do that sometime next week too. Hopefully. What
I
else? Freeform Rock Podcast had a lot of fun doing a record review last night with Aaron Camaro, Eric Lucier, and
Brad.
Mooger.
Brad Dahl. Yeah, sorry, Brad.
Dahl.
It was fun doing. I won't mention what it is yet, but it was fun doing that with them, and looking forward to doing some more great reviews, man. I love all these shows, and hope they keep doing them.
And Travi's going to be doing on Decibel Geek tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, if I could announce that.
Go for it, man.
Well, I got a couple
Aaron
things.
already announced it on the show last night.
I got a couple things I want to say. Yeah.
Go for it.
Aaron was kind enough to invite me on to Decibel Geek to play Beat the Geek. Very excited about that. I listened to the last one with you, Mark, and this sounds
I fucked
like a
up
lot
on
of
the
fun.
docking question, which fucked up my whole score.
I do have something to say, Mark. I love you, man. And going back to when I blocked you, I look back on that. I should not have done that. I should have talked to you personally. I was just immature at that time, and I want to apologize for the words I've said. And I want to thank Andy for reuniting you with me, Mark. Andy, you're awesome for reuniting me with Mark, and I appreciate that. And Mark, I think our friendship has gotten better and better.
Hey, I never talked shit about you during that time.
I know you didn't.
I didn't. I only talked shit about that other dude.
I know you. I know you didn't. And I was at fault, and I take full responsibility. And
I will take some responsibility because I had some shit in my head about Dr. Fuck, and I was fucked up.
But I am sorry.
Well, I'm sorry too for disparaging
And
Dr. Fuck at that time. And me and him have made up since then because I took my ownership there. I was wrong. I was wrong with Dr. Fuck. I was wrong on putting that on you.
Look, I'm glad we're all getting along.
Oh yeah, I love Dr. Fuck. I need to get him back on
Freeform. Except the certain former co-host on your show.
Well, the weasel in the herd got exposed, finally.
Oh, so. What did he do this time?
No, I'm saying he was the main reason why that happened, man.
Yeah, we started fighting because he was like going back and forth talking shit about us to everybody else.
He's just pissing and moaning in his whole lot beer now, so let's just.
You know what? I wish him
Oh,
the
I'm
best.
jealous of his beers. I wouldn't mind having some of that beer he drinks.
I know, right? The
I'm
German
just gonna say,
or
as a
European.
Christian, I wish him nothing but good luck. I
But
wish him that his life gets better, but I don't need to be friends with him anymore.
well,
That's
look,
about it.
I just want to say I love all you guys. I love you, Mark, Jerry, Andy. You guys are so much fun to talk music with, and I'm glad that I like to smoke weed, but I've learned the error of my ways, and I don't want to smoke weed when I'm recording with you guys. I want to be able to enjoy talking about music with a clear head. Maybe have a cold beverage, but besides that, I like to keep it open. I like to talk about music and not like drift off.
All
And I
right,
want to
man.
thank you guys and also I want to thank you guys for keeping me in line with this stuff. So,
Like I said in our freeform
I let you
boss,
run wild, brother. I'm
huh?
not trying to keep
free
you in line. I want you to run
freeform
wild. I don't want to keep you in line.
our freeform
Run
BS,
wild.
our freeform BS chat. I said the other day, I love all you guys. You guys are great. We could talk shit, we could bust balls, and we don't get butthurt. You
Hey,
guys rule.
we all love each
Thank you
other
for
at the end
that.
of the
Three
day.
shots down, Black Spinner Circle, Heavy Water 77. Check out those fucking shows. If you don't, you suck. That's all I gotta say.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the first
Oh
episode.
yeah, I'll be fucking promoting that shit.
I'll
I
promote it
promote
too.
everybody,
Yes.
man. And
Yep.
also Brian Davis, damn good movie memories. Check that shit out. And
Oh,
Brian, let
I
me
do.
on your fucking show again.
I
I
was
do
so
have an
sad. I was so sad that I didn't get to see him this year.
Yeah.
I have an announcement too. I was talking to Metal Mike today, and guess who's going to be a DJ at Cranium Radio?
Hey,
You?
you're not supposed to
Boy,
announce that right now. You told me not to announce that shit.
And that's going to. Well, I might as well. I'm going to take the. We're going to talk tomorrow about it. So,
Well, I'll probably be back on there on Tuesdays with him because he's the
well, then
co-owner
delete
of it.
that. Then we'll delete that.
I'm
Then,
not going to
'cause,
delete it, but he told me not to talk about it, only to tell my co-host.
nobody told me that. Fuck.
He told me to keep it on the down
You didn't
low.
tell me that.
Oh, I told you that.
I'm
It's
not going to
gonna
be. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. I'm going to
Andy,
be.
have you ever thought? Andy, have you ever thought of being a DJ?
no.
No. Hey, but you guys can come into my show on Tuesday nights in July. All right,
Wait,
guys.
whoa. You're going back to DJing, Mark?
I don't know. Maybe. I can't say anything.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it.
We're still thinking about it. Mike, we
Oh,
love
I'm
you.
not gonna- I'm
Sorry,
not gonna-
Sorry,
Jerry's
Mike.
got
I
the
didn't
beat
know.
stuff.
I didn't know, Mike. I'm sorry if you happen to listen to this. I'm sorry, dude.
He told me to keep it on the down low because
You should have told me that.
I did tell you that.
No, you didn't.
I told you not to tell anybody.
Let me see here. Hold on. We're not leaving yet. No.
I said not to tell
No,
anybody.
no, la,
but-
la, 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 la. Hold on.
Unless I find a co-host, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do a music show.
Well, you're on ours all the time. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just your house guest.
Yeah. Oh shit! I dropped my head.
Metal Mike invited me to be part of Cranium Radio, as he is now part whatever. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna be on Tuesdays, but only for 2 to 3 hour show, not the 4 or 5 hour epic show. And he also told me he wants to invite you guys to be DJs also. That's it.
I said
Nothing
don't tell
about keeping
anybody.
them. To who?
So
I was just telling you guys.
Sorry, I didn't know.
All right.
I gotta think about it.
Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Thank you, guys. And
I changed my mind now. I'm not gonna do it.
check out Cranium Radio, Metal Mike Show on Friday nights. Let's get the fuck out of here. Later, guys. Bye.
Later.
All right, lots of love. Good night, everyone.
Bye.